I would like to talk about repatriation now. So that was while being abroad, and now expats are supposed to return home. That is an issue that has been largely neglected. So there's a lot of research and also attention from headquarters, from multinational corporations on expats abroad and how to prepare them. What is being somewhat neglected by companies, but also by researchers, they return. And expats return. It should be a long-term plan, a career plan. Maybe they assume senior leadership positions much later on. The reality, however, is not that glorious. So there are quite a few statistics. Here's just one. 52% reported high levels of ambivalence and dissatisfaction after return. So half of the expats or repats after they return are not satisfied with the situation. This is based, I think, on a US sample. I already gave you some ideas. So in the US, that's a very high risk. People go on an expat assignment, come back, and then they have a job they're not happy with. And what you do in the US is very simple. You leave. You leave, look for a new job, and typically you find a good following job because they have experience. They were sent abroad for a reason because they have good background, accumulated knowledge and experience, and they can easily find a job. And so they can use this experience abroad, particularly if it's an important market such as China, Europe, and so forth, and then leverage that whenever they look for a new job. So some of the reasons for this satisfaction is very often a loss of decision-making, autonomy, and status. The situation is in the foreign subsidiary, they're on a higher level management position very often. It's a foreign subsidiary. They come back and then they're middle manager or somewhere in between, and they don't enjoy this autonomy and power as they used to. Very often also they had these really exciting jobs, enlarged job responsibilities and so forth. They don't have it back home anymore. They can't use their skills. They've learned so many new things, how to lead people, how to improve production processes and so forth, but they can't apply that knowledge back in the headquarters. That's a pity. And also from a corporate perspective, that's a huge loss. Because nowadays, knowledge management, we're living in a global knowledge economy. So knowledge resides not only in the headquarters, but also in subsidiaries. So the idea is these expats, they transfer knowledge from the headquarters to subsidiaries, and they learn also new knowledge. They combine, fuse, or completely new knowledge, and then they return to the headquarters, and then they can also transfer knowledge from overseas to the headquarters, what we would call reverse knowledge transfer. And that's also whenever I talk to some of these large companies, they always say, yeah, reverse knowledge transfer is very important for us. And then I ask them, so what do you do? Yeah, we do something. And they don't. Very often that's somewhat neglected. They think, yeah, but not much has been done. And that's a missed opportunity, both for the multinational corporation. They fail to reap these kind of opportunities, and also from the perspective of the repats themselves, because you learn so much and then you can't use it. What a waste. Other aspects here would be also changes in personal finances. If you're an expat, you receive very often very nice expat benefits. And then also readjustment to a home country corporate culture. If you're away for 5 years, that's a long time. If you go away for 5 years and then you come back, many things have changed and you have changed. I remember I went abroad for 10, 11, 12 years. I came back to Germany and I had to wait when the traffic light shows red color. We don't do this in Asia. You go whenever you see no cars, and red, green light, who cares? You go and you have to watch traffic. And here in Germany, an old lady will shout after you, don't do that. And it's red, don't you see? And at company as well. In overseas, you have so much discretion, you do this and that, but then you're suddenly in this big conglomerate, the German company, and then you have so much bureaucracy you have to follow. And that can be very troublesome. Okay, here's some of the things what companies now can do. Here again, we would like to focus on organizational aspects, because the idea is these repats, they've learned so many great things while being abroad, and ideally companies should really utilize, leverage that to enable reverse knowledge transfer. Here are some of these aspects, and here the aspects that are important is before, during, and after again. So meaning even before the repats is back at home, they should carefully start. And so even expats should be very carefully selected and trained, that they can do the job, they get well embedded and integrated and adjust well. And important, we'll talk about that in a moment. So repatriation should be already planned early on, already before, ideally in what kind of positions these expats or repats then can be put in. While these expats are abroad, it would be very important always to maintain connections with headquarters. Also promote embeddedness in the home office, in the headquarters. And these frequent travel visits are important in general to exchange knowledge, but also then again to prepare for later jobs, so that the senior managers, they know, oh yeah, we have this expat in a foreign country, we can place her or him later also in certain positions. And then also we have these on-site mentors, off-site, and so forth. That would be all very important. And the idea would be very much before and during expat is on assignment, repats should be prepared. And also the companies should look out for positions where the expat can be, or the repat can be placed. And that may also result in some expat assignments, they will be slightly shortened or lengthened, because a position becomes open in the headquarters at a certain time where the expat could really fit in well, and then that should be planned accordingly. And then later on, it would be extremely important then really trying to put these expats in positions where they can take use of their foreign experience and then also apply their knowledge and transfer it. So to give you an example, if an engineer is working in, let's say, India, and India is very well known for this frugal innovation. With very little resources, they can create many great products. Maybe also Volkswagen manager, they produce in India and they realize, oh yeah, we bypass this and that production process and we do this, and then we can save a lot of cost. And then going back to Germany and then maybe also work in a similar production area where he or she can really then implement that kind of new idea into also production into Germany, and maybe then also roll it out elsewhere in other countries. So there's a good job match and job fit, what they did abroad and then back in the headquarters, so they can really leverage their skills. And that can also then be considered in long-term career planning.